Hello, this is Ash. I did make a video a few months back of one of my bass solos. I am a struggling musician, but we'll get into that later. This is just a random video I decided to post today. How should I start? Okay. I consider myself a goth. I have been a goth since my late teens. But I do live in a small town. I pretty much have grown up here. I'm in the process of saving up money to get out of here, to move somewhere. But I pretty much live in a small town. It has grown a lot. It's considered a military town, or actually the Bible Belt. The area that I live in is considered the Bible Belt. It's been that way for years and years. And pretty much there is no scene here, and it really is hard to go out and, actually enjoy yourself. I mean, I have a few friends that are goth that live here, but even though people in this town have gotten a lot more open-minded, because it is a military town, and a lot of military people, I guess, are open-minded. I don't know, I could be wrong, but we still get stared at. I mean, we've been hanging out different places. Like, usually if one of us wants to drink, one of us will play designated driver and we'll go to like a bar or something, but there's really no one else like us at bars, so it's really hard to go out and actually have a good time somewhere without, being judged or being looked at or stared at. But, we don't care what people think. We go out, we order food, we go outside and smoke cigarettes, sometimes we drink at each other's house and watch movies. We do pretty much whatever. But, yeah, I live in a small town, and it is hard sometimes going out. Just a lot of the times I go to the grocery store like this, and I do get people questioning me. Well, why do you look that way? Why do you look so dark? Are you a Satanist? Are you a devil worshiper? All those stupid questions. But the thing is, and I'm only saying this just to give everyone out there a better reputation, you don't want to give yourself a bad rep. If someone's rude to you, don't be rude back. Be nice. It may be hard, but be nice. Just say things like, well, this is who I am. Keep it simple. Now, unfortunately, I've never had to deal with that. I have had a person ask me a few times, which has gotten annoying, but I have had a person ask me, do you have God in your life? And I'm like, well, I believe in a God. I consider myself to be a spiritual person. And then, of course, they ask, well, do you know about Jesus and this and that, blah, 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 blah. This is my opinion on things when it comes to religion. I don't judge anyone by their personal beliefs. I don't have a problem with you. If you're Christian, that's fine. If you're Wiccan, pagan, if you're Buddhist, if you're Muslim, I don't care. I'm pretty open-minded. As long as you don't judge me, as long as you don't push your religion onto me, I'm fine. But the minute you start crossing that line and preaching to me and judging me and telling me, well, you need to change this, you need to change that, you need God in your life, you're not doing this right, blah, 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 blah. That's when I draw the line. That's when I say, look, you need to back off. I understand you're doing what you think is right, but I don't agree with what you're doing. Get out of my space. So, to any of you other goths out there that are living in a small town, I understand the struggle. I have actually grew up in this town. I do live in the South, which sucks. Since I was like 13 or 14, I have never liked it here. I have never liked it here. But, yeah. The point is, there's no scene here. I don't care. I have a few good friends. 2 of my best friends are goth. We go out all the time. We don't care what people think. People stare. People come up to us sometimes. We're used to it. We've been dealing with it for years. But the thing is, if someone comes up to you and starts being rude, don't be rude back. Be nice. And sometimes, if you need to, just say that, well, okay, this is who I am, and you're making me feel uncomfortable. If someone's making you feel uncomfortable, let them know. Because most of the time, people that will approach you are, well, from my experience, are people of the older generation. People in their mid to late 50s that, don't understand the whole goth thing. But, I have actually had people come up to me and say, wow, you look so cool. I've had a lot of people come up to me and compliment me, and of course I tell them thanks. But what I'm trying to say is, you live in a small town and you're goth. You're not alone. I know what it feels like to be different and live in a small town where people are closed-minded and stuff like that. I do live in the state of Georgia, which sucks. I hate it here. I hate the summers. I hate the hot weather. It sucks. Triple digits from June all the way till mid-September. It's horrible. But what I'm trying to say is, you're not alone. There's a lot of us that live in different places. Some of us live in big cities to where it's more accepted. Some of us live in smaller towns to where there might be only a few people that are goth. But, I'm, like I said, in the process of trying to move out of here. I do have goth friends in other states that, they told me once I get everything settled, I'm welcome to come stay with them for a few weeks, a few months, whatever. And another thing is about being where I live is that I'm heavily into goth rock, and I do listen to metal. I do listen to bands like Nightwish and Epica and Fentrol and Illuviete. I do listen to a lot of metal bands like that, but my dominating music is goth. Has been for a long, long, long time. So most of the bands I listen to at the time are Clan of Zymox, Bauhaus, The Sisters of Mercy, Fields of the Nephilim, Witching Hour, Susie and the Banshees, Christian Death, bands like that. But, unfortunately, one of my friends that's like me, he's wanting to do the music thing, so even though it's 2 of us, we're doing what we can for now. I play bass, I play some guitar tracks, I do some vocals, but we're getting somewhere, even though there's no really no scene around here for that style of music. But anyway, I think I've ranted enough for now. So I will probably make a video again soon. But as I said before, anyone out there that is like me, that is in a small town, that is, constantly being judged and pointed at and stuff like that, you're not alone. I know what it feels like. And point being, be yourself, no matter where you live. If you want to go out dressed like a woman, to each their own, do it. Do not be afraid to be yourself. Because when I was in my early teens and when I first got into goth, I would wear makeup a lot, and I was so scared at first of what people would think. But after 2 or 3 years, I opened up to the point where I did not care. So you're not alone. In fact, I would like to think that there's probably a lot of us that are goth that live in towns where it's not accepted. But it's always going to be accepted in bigger cities and stuff like that. So anyway, I will talk to everyone later. Hope everyone has a good day.